because
Well,
I always cut it
are
out.
you Russian? Are you Russian?
Niet.
Why are you Russian me?
Niet.
Well, that means no, right?
It means
None of
it
your
means
business?
banana.
It means banana. Why are you?
I burped. I
It's
don't
like the
burp.
smallest burp ever.
I don't burp that often. I'm not a burper. And I say that knowing there are burpers out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people burp.
When I was pregnant with you, I burped a lot.
Damn.
Like loud. Usually, like you're gassy. I don't know why.
Roars.
Huh?
Roars. Were you like?
There was, and I've told you this before. Whenever when I was waiting tables at Cheddar's, when I was pregnant with you, right?
Wait, tables.
My boss was in like the office, like the manager's office, which with the door closed. I was on the other side of the restaurant and I belched, and she knew it was me.
I feel like you told me that before, but I'm not quite sure.
When I say the other side, I wasn't out in the dining room area. I was in the other side of the restroom in the back, like getting something from storage.
So you like bent over and went.
I didn't bend over.
I don't know. Maybe
That's farting.
Well, I mean, you lean back.
I did a little bit, yeah. I
lean
got
back.
to. I was listening to that earlier. Yeah.
You were listening to that earlier?
Yeah. You not? Can you not hear when I'm playing music in my room?
I can hear the boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You can't hear the lyrics.
That's actually pretty good considering how close our rooms are.
If it was in this room, I could hear it. But like,
well, yeah. I mean, like
I don't
get
know.
that we're
There's
not,
a thicker
like,
wall in between our
in
rooms.
between our rooms. Yeah. Anyhow, welcome
To the back.
to the back.
To the back.
To the back.
Podcast. I
God,
want to
like why?
I want to change that because
Why? There's nothing wrong with that.
I just want to be like, welcome to the back. To the maybe two backs.
But it's like the point. That's not what we do though. Like the whole point of the naming it this is what I did when you were little.
Maybe speed it up.
Maybe piss off. It's Mother's Day weekend.
Piss off.
I get to be.
Piss off.
Sorry. No, I was thinking about. What was I watching the other day when they were like talking about you taking the piss, and they're like, "What does that mean?"
You taking the piss?
I love that saying though. What was I watching though?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But don't you know?
I'm about to be at the first crossover for the DCs.
Oh, the first crossover?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, like the first for when there was that many shows, I guess. Because the first official crossover is Flash and Arrow.
Yeah, there's multiple crossovers.
No, I'm on the one.
Don't tell me anything because you're well past what I remember.
I don't understand. I know you got further ahead than that.
No, and if I did, I don't remember. The first I got in the Flash is either 5 or 6. I think I started 6. I know I finished 5. Where are you in the Flash? What season?
3 or 4, I think.
So you're not with.
We're with the Thinker.
You're okay. So you haven't got to the so you haven't got to that one yet. Okay, because that's the one after that. I did finish that, so I've gotten.
I think you got further ahead in Flash than I did.
Yeah, I think it was just Flash. I think for a while I was like, I just want to watch Flash, and I didn't continue watching Arrow.
I don't understand why you don't like Legends.
I do like Legends.
Legends
I stopped. Remember, I was telling you it's not
I know
my
it's
favorite.
not your favorite.
But I just like kind of I don't know. I stopped months ago when I was watching it.
But also,
I don't
part
remember
of the
why.
reason Legends is my favorite is because
Sarah Lance.
Well, yeah, Katie Lotz, I think is how you say her last name.
Lotz or Lots?
Lots. I don't know, but she's so gorgeous. Like, I literally, every time she's on screen, I'm like, which is funny because
I get happy when women say those things. And it's like, okay, well, men sometimes just excuse like, oh, I just want to watch because
I
beautiful
do,
people.
No offense, Katie, but I do objectify her when she's on.
Okay, well, I'm not going that
like
far.
Gross, but it's just like Jesus, God, she's so gorgeous.
You're gobsmacked.
Yeah.
We need to bring back gobsmacked.
Which is funny to me because it's not like really a spoiler because you know the premise of Legends, but
she's dead.
The season I'm in, they're dealing with anachronisms, meaning like people out of place of their time.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
One of the episodes I watched recently was they were trying to get Helen of Troy back to where she belongs.
I vaguely even know what Helen of Troy is.
Remember, it's a woman so beautiful that the wars were fought over her.
I did not know
that's the
whole
point of that. Yeah.
Oh wait, I think. No, I was thinking of Joan of Arc. What did Joan of Arc? What was she? She was a warrior, though, right?
Yeah.
Crusades?
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Well, I don't know if the Crusades. Don't get me wrong. I don't know all that. I know she was a fighter. Like,
yeah.
and that she felt her calling came from God.
Anyways,
But anyhow,
acronyms,
the
whatever.
whole anachronisms. The whole thing, like the whole episode, it's this. They also had Hedy Lamarr in there.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
She's a famous actress, but also inventor, scientist.
Oh wow.
This was like very beautiful woman. I think she was also passing.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. No, I meant like she was white passing. I think she was mixed.
Why did you think passing? I would just know that's white pass. You need to say white passing. Passing is the thing, like, oh, she was dying.
No, not in the episode. I mean, she is dead because like she was an actress in the 30s.
Oh, I don't see. I'm on a roller coaster here.
Anywho, the whole episode there's making this big hubbub about how beautiful Helena Troy is, and the person they got it's a typical blonde. It's not an ugly woman.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't believe in objectifying, but I want a mental picture.
But in my opinion, the
Helena?
actress Helen of Troy.
Okay.
The actress they got to play Hedy Lamarr was prettier than the actress they got to play Helen of Troy. And then also, all of this to say, Katie Lotz was prettier than all of them. And I'm just thinking the whole episode, I'm like, Sarah's right there. How are y'all acting like
The one she got, she looks like a very conventionally attractive woman.
Yeah, like
that makes sense why they casted her.
Yeah.
And who the other one you're talking about?
The chick that they play Hedy Lamarr.
Oh, so Hedy Lamarr is like famous.
Yeah. Hedy Lamarr is famous, yes. She was also an inventor.
How do you spell Hedy Lamarr?
Hedy, I think. I don't know if it's 2 D's or 1. Lamar.
Oh, the actual Hedy Lamarr looks familiar. But let me look up DC Legends tomorrow. See how accurate they got. That's not really accurate.
But she's still prettier than the chick they got to play Helen of Troy. And the whole point is that Katie Lotz is prettier than both of them, in my opinion.
There you go.
But she still is. I don't even think that's a wild opinion. I don't know about, like, I can't remember off the top of my head what the real Hedy Lamarr looks like. Yeah, she was a time period. It was just and it was just interesting. I'm getting back into that and like to actually try to finish them before they go away on Netflix. I don't even it was the whole point of that. And also just like it reunited my obsession with Katie Lotz. Lots. Her sister.
Obsession.
Yeah, you don't remember how into like Sarah Lance's I was into when I was watching that. Got one of her pops. I will say nothing beats season 1 of Green Arrow.
Season 1 of Flash.
No, it's season 1 of Arrow.
No, because then you have the Reverse Flash with Tom Cavanaugh.
Oh, you're right.
That's run Barry run.
I feel like they're equal.
No, I think Arrow season 2 or 3 was actually better. Arrow got better. Arrow was the first 5 or 4 seasons of Arrow were so peak, and I feel like it kept getting like I really like because it was. I really like the backstory of season 1 of Arrow was really, really good, and I really liked it. I liked all the first couple 4 seasons. I don't know how far I got in it. I think I got one on the last watch. But my point in saying, I think the Flash. I mean, I like the Flash probably the most. I don't know, but I think the Flash season 1 has more memorable moments.
Maybe, yeah. But then really it all comes down to what's his name?
Grant Gustin?
No. The one that plays Wells.
I just said his name, Tom Cavanaugh.
Yeah.
But no, it also.
I mean, yeah, I do love
Gustin,
Grant, and he's such a good Flash. And
then what's his name? I mean, so many.
I mean, yeah, there's amazing
who plays
actors.
Joe?
Well, I mean, the Arrow has what is his name? John, the one that plays Merlin.
Oh yeah.
And then also the dude that plays Damien Dark. Like has
the thing about those shows, the Arrowverse, people can say people can say what they want about them, and that's fine. Everybody's is entitled to have an opinion about what is objectively art, right?
Yeah.
But I think most people would agree that the actors, the main core of actors that they casted for the Arrowverse is really good. They're really talented.
Right. No, I mean, literally, Supergirl had Jeremy Jordan in there.
Yeah, I mean, Supergirl, even, I think Melissa Benoist did a great job as Supergirl.
No, I know. I'm saying, if you talk away, the big names that have been in
I truly think
there were big names going in, Jeremy Jordan wasn't as big of a name then, but now he definitely is. What's his name that plays Martin from DC's Legends that started on Arrow? Victor Garber is huge. He was a huge name. So was John going in there.
I truly think if I was just gonna say budget. I was gonna say if they were produced by like HBO, right, or whatever the shows.
Mm-hmm.
But just like if they had a better budget, like they had because that's what dragged on to the later seasons. Their budget got worse, the visual effects got worse, the writing got worse, and it was just like.
I just think people were burnt out on.
When I think it's because I truly think if they had a better budget, it would have been more well received.
Well, I think also part
but
of it.
But then again, Titans.
A lot of it has to do with remember Discovery taking over fucking
yeah
DC and HBO.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah. And it was that, like, that's why we lost.
It was during
Titans,
the weird
that's
part.
Why we
it was
lost
during
Doom
the
Patrol.
weird. They were trying things.
No, there was no trying things. They cut out everything that people loved. It was fucking annoying. I hate the fucking CEO of that, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Eventually, we got the Suicide Squad. We got the Batman.
Well, and I did watch Peacemaker. Finally.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
It's really good. Like,
I've heard. I never heard it wasn't good.
Yeah, I didn't hear it wasn't good either. I just kind of.
I heard it was actually great.
It's very good.
Yeah. I truly do think DC has the catalog and storylines for much better shows, and Marvel has it for much better movies. But that being said, the only one that's been a nominated, or not nominated, actor-wise, that's won is DC movies. Both the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, Marvel has the highest grossing movie of all time.
What is it?
I think.
Peacemaker is so good that it made me see John Cena
in a new light.
Is going well. You know, I've always been a fan of his. Like
he's going to have a successful acting career.
Yes, he's going to go the way of what's his name.
Well, I mean, I don't get why people don't.
Not The Rock, because he's not
Dave
a good
Bautista.
actor. Thank you, Bautista. Yeah.
I don't get why people don't. It's hard for people to grasp. He's whether you like him or not. He made a name for himself. Yeah, he's a white man, but he made a name for himself and was very successful in what is a scripted show.
Yeah.
For over 2 decades.
Yeah.
He's gonna have, whether he started with it or not, he's gonna accumulate acting chops, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of wrestlers could cross, not a lot, but they're more than we realize that could cross over
especially
into
if
the field.
Done it for a while.
Yeah, and there's a lot of depth into his character in this show, and that's because we'd already seen him be funny. We know he could do that or be like kind of rough, and we saw a glimpse of that in the Suicide Squad. But they definitely delve deeper into it and make you just like really kind of root for him, even though he's still kind of douchey. Which he's a complex character, and I've always said I do feel like, I don't know if it's in the comics or if it's in the translation, but I feel like DC does a better job with complexity in characters.
I just think you haven't read enough Marvel comics.
That's probably.
I think the adaptation of I'm not saying it's bad, but the adaptation of Marvel comics, I think, and I don't mean this.
I meant with their.
No, I know, but listen, hear me out on this. I don't. Okay, say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say not with their heroes. I'm thinking with their like.
I'm gonna cover all of it.
Anti-heroes.
I'm gonna cover all of it. I think.
I don't need to cover all of it, but go ahead.
No, I meant my statement. I think both. I go back and forth what I like better, right? My favorite superhero is Spider-Man. I can say that, but it doesn't mean Marvel's my favorite thing. You know what I mean? But I think the way Marvel has gone with movies and TV shows, there's not been many TV except for the Netflix ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has been generally more geared towards a younger audience, and DC hasn't, which is why you might have the perspective of, oh, DC has more complex themes, which you tend to associate with adult themes. Not necessarily that's the case for either side. I'm just saying I feel like that's been the case, and there's plenty of Marvel stories in comics that are equal to terms of complexity and mature themes.
That's what I mean. Okay, so when I say that, I meant not in the comics. I mean in the crossover in media, in visual media.
I
don't mean it in the comics.
Yeah.
The thing is because Marvel, even with their heavy stuff, has always presented it in a light way, whereas DC has always leaned into the darkness.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I like it more, is because I understand that there is more gray and darkness in life than, just this super bright. I mean, it's
crazy because the most popular superhero of all time, pretty sure it is Superman, is the symbol of hope. His city is a shining city. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I don't really like Superman like that.
Yeah, but people, it's just he may be. I don't know if he's the most popular. He may be the most well known. I think Spider-Man is the most popular superhero.
And I actually get that one, and that is probably because it makes more sense because it's a younger character.
Stanley, there's a whole thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like when he was like doing like a convention or something. He explained why people like Spider-Man so much, and it's just like he made the most relatable character. He's
vulnerable.
He's vulnerable. He's very relatable during the time he was made.
Right.
He's not rich like Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has problems. He's a regular dude. When he puts on the mask, he still like does like the quips and whatever. You know what I mean?
He's not invincible either. Like
no.
In the way that Superman is. Like he's obviously he has powers, but
family oriented.
Right. He's just. He's not douchey. That's really what it comes down to.
Also, his like, I mean, all superhero powers are like very, I guess. Fantastical, whatever, if you really think about it. But the most like, oh, maybe this could happen to me is Spider-Man. Like, oh, maybe a spider will bite me and I'll get powers because it's like genetically altered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to gamma radiation or you're an alien from another thing.
I just realized something about me personally for like, so women characters, right?
Yeah.
Superheroes. Because my whole thing with Superman is I feel like he's just
you need to read more. You need to read more of the comics. Your only perspective of Superman is the original movies, Smallville, and then Man of Steel.
I didn't dislike him, and there's just this kind of he's just not real. He doesn't feel real, and I mean that makes sense. He's an alien.
If you read the comics, you would realize he's way more human than you think
maybe.
He is.
Yeah,
I
will say
that it's actually kind of criminal, and that's why I think the new Superman movie, I'm really excited for it.
I'm saying Smallville did a really good job of humanizing him. So I loved Smallville. I was thinking about though, it doesn't bother me when the women protagonists or antagonists are cocky.
It's because historically women have like been oppressed to not be anything.
Yeah, I just realized that though while we were talking. I was like, oh, I don't like it when the men are like that. But I'm fine when the women are like that, and I do think that.
Well, if you saw, it's the same thing. If you saw, like this wouldn't happen. It's not as in character trope. But if T'Challa was cocky, you'd be like, oh, I kind of like that.
Well, he kind of is, but it doesn't bother me. He's very sure of himself.
Yeah, he's not cocky. He's
not
like,
cocky, but
he's sure of himself is probably the best thing I think of right now.
And that doesn't bother me where it might have bothered me on like a white man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, of course you are. Of course you are. Everything's been given to you. I don't know.
But then that's when like the white men superheroes that you do like when they're cocky is because they have something else going on with them, which is Spider-Man, super cocky, but there's other relatable things. Yeah. Just Peter Parker, Deadpool, super cocky. He's just funny.
Yeah.
And like he has cancer.
I like Batman, and
Batman's not cocky. He's just
not.
But Batman, I wonder when this term's gonna go out of style, but Batman is a definition of aura. Like he's just like he's Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like James Bond.
I like Batman because he's emo.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. That is a tortured man, and I understand it.
Yeah.
Like, and that is really what it comes down to.
Saul's parents die. He hates bats. He's like, I'm gonna become a bat and scare every fucking criminal ever.
He just wants to be loved. Like it is just, seriously. I should give more grace to Superman because I mean, again, he lost his parents. You know,
he lost multiple parents.
Yeah,
depending on the storyline.
Depending on the storyline, and he has this like I don't know out of place feeling. I do like Supergirl. Like the series because they do a really good job of humanizing her.
I just think Melissa Benoist and then Cat Grant left, but I think
I love Calista Flockhart.
Yeah, she did a great job. But Melissa Benoist was great. I never got full into it, but I'm pretty sure doesn't stay around for that long. I think the core isn't the core Martian, Supergirl, her sister, and her sister's girlfriend, the agent. No,
she's leaving.
I'm
on the season. I'm on season 3.
What about what's his name? Guardian.
Yeah, you're talking about.
I'm forgetting his name. He's literally Superman's best friend. He's Superman's best friend. It's like Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen, yeah. He's still there. So I didn't make it. Yeah, I didn't make it. I'm on season 3. I think the most I made it when I first watched it through was season 4. I think I don't know how long Jeremy Jordan Wynn stays around.
I just remember hearing that like they left or whatever.
I know
it went quite a while though. I think it had like 7 seasons. No,
I think so. I just still am shocked that I think the Flash went the longest. And it went 9 seasons,
it was the
crazy.
most popular.
Yeah, but I feel like they were just dragging.
It was the most popular, and Flash is the most popular. And I mean, I'm not saying he's the most talented, but the most popular person during this era of all the casts of every Arrowverse is Grant Gustin.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Anyhow, it's just
and he loves the character. You saw the thing where like he was at like I don't know if it was the same thing because you seen he's been going like on like not Comic Cons or conventions, but he's going around with like what's his name who plays Daredevil and another like
Charlie Cox
and like other super actors. They've been talking. But anyways, there's a thing recently where he was like, someone asked him, "Do you have any recommendations for the DC universe for a new Flash?" He said, "I don't want to give them like any good ideas." Like I would love to see him come back. I would too.
He did it so well.
And I'm not saying make him blonde like Barry Allen, but maybe you could like make him a dirty blonde. It would work on him.
I will say, okay, so my favorite show of those is DC Legends, right?
You used to love time travel.
I do like. Well, it's not just that.
Historical.
I like Misfits. That's what it is.
You like a band of.
I like a band of Misfits, right? But I'll say that my second, and it hurts me to say this because I love like Felicity, right? But my second is Flash. Mainly because of the ensemble. Yeah. I love the characters. I love Caitlin. I love
run, Barry. Yeah. Run.
I love all the iterations of Wells and
Some people say the best season of Flash was Zoom season, and I wouldn't be mad at them for that. It was a really good season.
That's the one when
Jay Garrick.
Thank you. I couldn't remember.
But that's the season right before Flashpoint. You know how mad you are about Flashpoint.
Yeah, because they got rid of Sarah.
It's crazy. My reasons for being mad at Flashpoint are so different.
I forgot. What are your reasons?
I don't like the he didn't help Cisco's brother. I don't like the team being in turmoil.
Oh,
I get that's what happens and there's repercussions and things are going to be changed. But like, I don't know. I feel like it happened. I guess it happened the right time. You wouldn't want to go longer without having a Flashpoint if you're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to invest way more into characters and then like, change them. So it makes sense it's like season 3.
Yeah.
But season 3 did give us Tom Felton, so.
And then he's just gone. I'm on season 4 now, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
They never explain where he went.
I got I think he makes not a permanent return, but he makes a return. Cause have you ever gotten to when Elastic Man's a part of it?
Yeah, I'm on that season right now.
Okay, yeah, because we talked about the controversy with him.
Yeah, we liked his character a lot.
I liked his character. But I don't think you got to this. I think I got one season ahead of you, and that's where I stopped. Because did you get to a season where a certain woman character comes that's associated with Barry and Iris?
Yes.
You did.
I made it there, yeah.
And so what am I talking about? Spoilers.
Spoilers, their daughter.
Yeah, so you watched the season.
I made that season.
Did you watch it?
I think I watched most of it. I think I made it to like the last few episodes, and that's when I stopped.
Okay, I finished that one. I don't remember if I went past that. I think I didn't, but I don't fully remember.
I don't remember it that much. I do remember her, and obviously, like we were watching when I can't think of his actual. It's the Elastic guy's name.
No.
Like Digby or something.
It's Ralph Dibny.
Yeah. Whenever. We knew he wasn't going to be there anymore because of all the controversy, and it made us sad.
I like the character.
The character was really good, and it kind of filled the hole that Tom Felton left.
Yeah,
and I liked that. So,
well, I was just thinking, I really like season 1's really memorable because I was thinking like when he wakes him up to Lady Gaga. Yeah, what I saw on his Facebook profile, he loves this song.
No, so that's what.
Which season is where Barry? I don't think it's season 1, but which season is it when Barry gets drunk? Remember in the club or whatever?
I'm on that season right now. It's his bachelor party.
He's so good. Grant Gustin's really good.
Well, no, it's funny because that season starts off. Season 4 that I'm on starts off with him coming out of the time
and being crazy.
And him, and goes into a coma, and then Cisco wakes him up with the Lady Gaga song again. It's like, what? It worked the first time. I just think I really like the chemistry between all of the actors on that a lot. So that was why it would be my second favorite. So I don't know. We just spent like 30 minutes talking about DC. We were gonna talk about moms,
we could make this
though.
whole podcast about superheroes, and I would be so fine with it. Like just nerd stuff, that'd be so easy.
I'm trying to think of any good superhero moms. I mean, like Aunt May, but she's not really a mom. She's a surrogate mom.
Oh, Rhea, Miles' mom, which you saw got casted in the new Spider-Man. So you need to finish it better. But you know what's her name? The Puerto Rican woman in The Bear?
Huh?
The older Puerto Rican woman in The Bear, the one that like goes to the chef school.
Oh.
She got casted in the new Spider-Man, and she's Puerto Rican.
So they're
not saying
Miles
what she
Morales?
is. She's not saying what she is. But the only reason they would cast a Puerto Rican woman
Miles Morales
is either to be just a serving role in what is New York, because there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York.
Yeah.
But it has to be.
It's okay. You already said you wouldn't play it anyway.
I want to see it, but I want it to be the right actor, because the fans have been waiting this for so long.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's one actor. I'm not going to say the actor, and don't guess the actor. If it is this actor, no, there's two. There's two that I would be sorely disappointed.
Well, I already know one of them because you and I have talked about it. I don't remember his name.
Is it the one from the really popular TV show?
Yeah, that I watched one season of and I just never went back to. Yes.
Okay, and the other one is from, and don't guess this because I don't want it out there. The other one is from a TV show that you watched. I don't know if you finished it, but there was a spinoff with the kind of same name, but about the daughter.
I don't know what.
It's a black TV show. That's giving a little too much.
Oh, ew, him?
Yeah, because it's the same name, right? That's the actor's name, and he made a thing. I was like, I don't want him because it doesn't. You don't look the part.
No,
I'm sorry.
He's
because they'll know who it is. But it's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Honestly, go with an unnamed. I want to see someone come up like Tom Holland did.
Yeah, that would be great. I really do.
Yeah, they need to start doing that more. There are some media and things I think, oh yeah, you can cast someone who's well known, or like, you know what I mean. But like, either go with the unnamed or go with someone who's kind of been in. Well, no, you have to get someone, so they're not gonna be like bringing their career back. They're gonna start just new.
But I was trying to think about like all the superheroes we love, like their moms, like the ones we actually got to interact with.
What's her name? Martha.
Right. I will say that Martha Kent in Smallville,
excuse me,
like she's great. It's Annette O'Toole, I think, is who plays her, and she's so good. Like I would love to have a mom like that.
I am trying to think. It's mainly
but I don't
like
think we know a lot of. Yeah, we don't.
You know dads. They're not even like dads. Just like, because a lot of them they're dead.
Well, okay. Oh, what's his? Oh my gosh, T'Challa's mom. What is her name?
Yeah, but I don't really think of her when I think of like superhero moms, and that
but
maybe
she is.
Yeah.
And she's a queen.
She was kind of she was cool. I was thinking of someone else.
What is she?
Yeah.
Spoiler: she died for her children. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, her child, because you know.
The one I always think of is Aunt May.
I will say, I think Aunt May's probably like the epitomal.
Yeah. Aunt May is his mom.
Well, I'm saying moms, a surrogate mom. So like moms and surrogate moms.
But I think Mother's Day doesn't always have to be about surrogate moms. You know what I mean? It's about your mother figure.
Well, that's what a surrogate mom is a mother figure.
Sorry, I thought surrogate.
I don't mean like literal surrogate.
Oh.
I mean, because then Aunt May wouldn't fit that thing.
Sorry, I confused what the term meant.
Like, it's just like a mother figure.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm gonna be probably out there working on Mom's Day.
What's up, Danger?
I don't know. It depends on how well I do tomorrow, like delivery wise. I do feel like guys are gonna wait until Sunday morning to order flowers. Legitimately.
Oh yeah. Did you want to read some Reddit unpopular opinions and discuss?
Does it have to do with moms?
No. I can look up mom.
No, it's fine. We can do that.
You can do mom.
No.
You want to do that, or am I that asshole?
We can do Am I the Asshole? I know what Dakota's doing is because I don't like Mother's Day, and so it's. Which, I mean, you and I talked about, like, that I did, like, one of my mutuals, who was a black woman, said that she has, like, gone no contact with her mother because of, like, toxicity, and how I was shocked at that because I feel like that I don't hear about that as much in the black community as I hear about it or any community other than white communities. Like, I feel like, and how you and I discussed it, I don't feel like white people have the same kind of bond that other races in America have. And it has a lot to do with just because white people aren't oppressed in that way.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like there's as strong of a connection, you know, as say if you were black or Hispanic or Asian in this country. And also I just feel like those like other nationalities, other races like value family more than white people do. Except for Irish people and I guess Italian
when you
people.
say white, you mean American.
White Americans, yeah.
Okay, here's the title, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for telling my mom no one asked you to have another kid? Before we get into it, what's your just gut reaction? What do you think? Asshole or not the asshole? I can see what Reddit's already deemed them.
I don't know how old. I'd have to know how old this person was.
It's just you're just guessing off the title. That's it. I'll get into the list of ages and stuff.
I don't know. I'd have to know the context. Like,
do you just want me to read it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't go either way. Is it just like?
Yes, no one's gonna be mad if you're wrong.
I don't think so.
For telling. Do you want me to read the title again or no?
No, you told. Okay. I heard the title, but I'm trying to figure out in context. Is this just like a teenager being a little shit, like a teenager not understanding like how hard it is to be a mom?
Ages?
Yeah, give me ages.
Because it's in the thing, but I'll read the first thing. I'll give background to who I am. I'm 16, male.
Oh God.
With 2 parents, one 38 mom and one 40 dad. 3 younger sisters. One's 14, one's 2, and one is due in March. Okay. I'm not gonna read further. What's your?
I'm gonna go asshole.
Okay.
But I
let's read this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in high school, junior year, doing well, passing my classes with mostly A's, making honor roll every year, and a good in high school. Goods in quotation marks. I wouldn't consider myself a lazy person either, as I work out 3 to 5 times a week, wrestle during the winter, and clean the house 2 to 5 times a week. I don't normally socialize often outside of school as I don't feel motivated to do so. So then I just stay inside and either play my game, read, study a language, or pray. 3 years ago, my mom and dad both worked, and my mom used to work around 50 to 80 hours a week to, quotation marks, catch up on bills. Oftentimes, she would come home tired and would sleep during the day, while my dad worked 40 to 50-ish hours and would be tired too. Oftentimes, my mom would complain about no one doing anything around the house and calls me and my sister lazy. I usually don't say anything to those complaints, but sometimes I get irritated and say I actually clean around the house and that you only sleep, so of course you wouldn't pay attention.
What? That's wild.
Moving forward a year or so, when my mom announced she was pregnant, I was kind of irritated because she would always complain about the bills and how she needed to catch up on them. I proceeded to say, how are you going to say you need to catch up on bills but then have another child? I can't remember what she had told me, but a month or 2 later, the reason she wanted to have another kid was because I love being a mother. In quotation marks, that's what she said, right? In my head at the time, I kind of seen it as selfish and she didn't want to be alone. Quotation marks. Somewhere in June or July 2023, my mom was pregnant, but then had a miscarriage 5 weeks later. 2 weeks later, she gets pregnant again with a girl. That's crazy. I wanted to work over the summer and be a little bit more independent, as I'm only a few years from being a legal adult. So I asked my mom, can I work? She says yes, but she needs to get money for an ID. The next thing you know, she never gets me an ID to work. My mom complains that I go out a lot and give attention to my girlfriend instead of my babysitter or... What? My mom complains that I go out a lot and give my attention to my girlfriend instead of my babysitter or...
Probably baby sisters.
Oh, baby sister. I'm dyslexic, bro. I think I might be.
Anyhow.
Okay. Get into my baby sister or things around the house, and I half-ass things around here. Many times I don't have a problem with playing/watching my sister, but at times my mom makes it seem like I am obligated to watch my sister anytime she is tired from work or she's struggling, and that she once again says she pays for everything and all I do is ask for items just because I clean the house, like I'm supposed to do. She said that, I guess. which I feel as isn't true, as I hardly asked for once. One comment she said was, "I can walk to school, mind you, it's the winter, and when I wanted to walk to school, she said it was not safe to do so, and she won't be paying my phone bill anymore as it's her money, and have my girlfriend pay for it instead. I made the comment when I wanted to work. You said no because I'm not ready, then started yelling at me, telling me to go to my room while slamming the doors." That's the whole story.
It's hard for me to do that with my ADHD, listen to stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
well, I saw you on your phone.
I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I was listening. Like, I don't know.
You want me to tell you what the Reddit decided or no?
What do you think?
I think it's very gray, and I think maybe he could approach it in a better. I'll say what first. Let me say what Reddit said, right? And this didn't influence me because I was gonna go in blind. Reddit said decided not the asshole.
That's wild. That's a wild take. I think both of them are the asshole.
I think both of them are being the asshole. I think he could go about it in a different way. I think obviously we don't know what fully happened. We just have this person's side of the story, right? But let's just take everything as what it is and what if that's true.
Let's
right?
take it for face value.
For face value. I think he's being a little bit of an asshole, maybe not, and not fully appreciating what she does, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's being a little bit not controlling, because it's things where like, oh, well, you can walk to school, but you said I couldn't walk because it's not safe. Oh, well, have someone else pay for your phone, but you're not allowed to work. It's a lot of things like those things. It's like there's something there where she has not a power dynamic, but it's like there's something going on where it's like he's definitely being. I definitely think he probably makes snide remarks that aren't warranted, especially when she's been pregnant. I'm assuming, and she went through a miscarriage, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what the dad is doing in all this. Probably nothing.
Nothing.
But like, I need to know. I don't think she's working anymore, and so I think is it a case of like she's not working anymore because she's pregnant? I don't know if that's what happened. And the dad's now only working, so maybe he's, and I'm not. It's not fully right to think this, but maybe he's frustrated. He's getting older, right? And he doesn't go out that much or do that much things, and now he feels like he has to basically pick up his dad's work because she's pregnant again, which is not fair to her if she got pregnant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But 4 or 5 kids is kind of crazy, first of all. Like, how are you doing that mentally? Not even physically, just mentally. You know what I mean? I just love being a mother. I don't think having another kid, you can tell me if I'm overstepping. I don't think she said why she's having another kid. She said, I love being a mother. I don't think that's a reason to have another kid. I think you can love being a mother and pay more attention to your kids that you already have a plethora of.
Yeah.
You have like, and young kids too. There's like
yeah, that is
like, he has 3 younger sisters, 14, 2, and 1 due in March. So a 2-year-old and a 14-year-old, and then a 16-year-old, which is still young. He said he's close to being 18, but that's still young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish, I'm not saying, I'm not here to bash judgment, I wish I knew why she wanted to get pregnant. Because it seems like she wants to get pregnant. So it doesn't seem like an accident. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, she definitely...
She's 38. His dad's 40.
That's probably not a happy marriage.
I mean, yeah, probably not. They're working so
she's
fucking
lonely.
much.
Well, I mean, if she's having another kid... I mean, there's just so many factors.
Well, he said he doesn't think she wants to be alone. That's what when she said, I love being a mother, he was like, in my head, I think she just doesn't want to be alone.
I actually don't think either of them is an asshole, honestly. I do think it's wild the way he's talking to his, that person's white. That's a white kid. No, that's definitely a white kid.
Like, what is he, I'm not saying he didn't, but what did he say specifically that's like wild?
You don't tell someone who's pregnant, like that, it's not my fault you decided to have another kid or whatever he said. Like,
he could have, if he wanted to vent his frustration in that, he could have said, I feel, there's a way to say it. I'm
going to guess that he's probably not cleaning up around as much as he's acting like he is.
I truly think, he said he cleans the house 2 to 5 times a week. I think with there being a 14-year-old, a 2-year-old, right?
Yeah.
And a dad who's working. If he wasn't, I think it'd be mentioned it was a fucking mess.
Okay, I would bet you $100 because the 14-year-old's a girl, right?
They're all younger sisters, yeah.
Yeah, that 14-year-old's doing more cleaning than he is. I guarantee it. She's the oldest of the sisters.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I know she is. As an older sister, I know she is.
Well, I mean, don't handle the absolutes. I'm saying I don't know. I'm only assessing what I know. That could be the case very well, because that's the case all the times. 99% of the time, when it's a dude asking am I the asshole on Reddit, you are the devil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think it is the case maybe either they're both assholes or neither of them are assholes, and they need to talk.
I think neither of them are. I mean, both are hormonal as fuck, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, but I do think that a lot of people who aren't mothers don't understand how hard it is to be a mom. Or just a woman in general, but especially a mom.
Oh, okay. He responded to some questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, not the asshole, you're a good kid, and not her husband. Oh, well, Jesus Christ. Why isn't your father helping her if she needs to do it so desperately?
Well, yeah.
I understand expecting kids to do chores, etc., but it sounds like you're already doing that whilst your mother's assuming you'll do everything else that you're not responsible for. The poster said, my dad takes care of my sister on weekends when he doesn't work, and my mom does otherwise. My dad takes care of my sister on weekends when he doesn't work, and my mom does otherwise. He sleeps during the day and as he works at night.
So there's a lot on the mom's shoulders, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, you have a lot of kids.
Well, yeah, okay.
No. I'm saying that's the.
But that's not. It's not. It shouldn't all be all on her.
Yeah, but
the point.
I think that's what I'm saying. Neither are my asshole, because it shouldn't be on her. It shouldn't be on the kid, the 16-year-old. If it's anybody, it should be the dad. I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky situation because, yeah, he is the oldest, but he is only 16, and they are still the parents. I'm saying he doesn't have the right to talk to her that way, but they are still the parents.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's complicated.
It's
Pick
very
something else. I don't want to talk about this anymore. As a mom, it's just pissing me off. Like, and especially as a mom who married someone who I thought was going to be full partner with me, and they thought I pay the bills and I wash my laundry, and that's enough.
Do you want me to read a couple titles and you choose?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this will be the last one. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she only has one kid?
What?
That's the title. It's a question mark. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she only has one kid? Am I the asshole for refusing to lie to cover up what my mom realized about me?
Wait, are these two separate ones?
Yeah, I'm reading titles and you're choosing. That's what I said.
Well, I want to know what's going on with the one kid thing. That don't make any sense.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to guess because that's very ambiguous.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. My parents divorced when my sister, 20 years old, and I, 19, it's a dude, were 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
She met her husband 3 years later. He was a widower with a 7-month-old son. I think he was 7 months old when they met, okay?
Okay.
She instantly moved them in and started claiming his son as her own and raising him like us. She got engaged to him, and a few weeks before the wedding, our dad died.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
Crappin' A.
By this point, my mom had just become estranged from the entire extended family. She told my dad's parents that if they wanted to see us again soon, they would need to come to her wedding and watch all 3 of us, including my stepbrother. Then she told them after the wedding that going forward, if they wanted to see us or spend time with us, they had to include him, the stepbrother. They hadn't wanted to. They tried to argue for time with just us, offering to pay for it all 100%, but Mom said no. She said they needed to come to the house and make an effort with all 3 and not just take 2 of them. My sister and I would argue with Mom over one day in particular, my dad's birthday. We celebrated that year with my dad's family after he died, but she wouldn't even let that day be just us and them. Our stepbrother had to be there. She said they did not get to be just our family and we shouldn't see him as any less deserving of being present. But we did. He was not our dad's kid and had never met him. So why was he deserving of being there? I never got that. She called us selfish for the mindset. Last year I turned 18 and I moved in with my girlfriend. Once I left home, my stepbrother was no longer invited My stepbrother was no longer invited to anything to do with my dad's family. He no longer saw them. My sister and I also stopped spending any time at my mom's house. Then we stopped speaking to them at all. It was quiet for several months, and then last week my mom showed up where I work and demanded we talk. She told me she was tired of one of her kids being left out and how sick it was to discard him that way, and why weren't my sister and I advocating for him. I told her she only had one kid, her stepson, and that my sister and I were no longer kids and my family was no longer forced to include him to see us, and that was all her fault for forcing it in the first place. Then I wished her luck, which was kind of sarcastic, not gonna lie, and then I asked her to leave. She texted me later that night saying she had only been a good mom to all three of us, and she said she only had one kid, and she said only had one kid was low.
What? Oh, him saying you only have one kid is low. God, let me get
Am I the
glasses. No. No.
I didn't know where you were going to go with that.
God, no.
Oh, they decided not the asshole.
No, yeah. That one's like way easier than the other one.
That one's kind of crazy.
No, I guess. I mean,
well, I don't know. I want to know why they divorced.
Yeah, it feels like it wasn't amicable for sure.
The only thing, and I still don't think it's an excuse, the only thing is that he was like, he cheated on her.
She sounds like a narcissist, honestly. Like, she sounds like a narc mother. Like,
are you not a narc mother?
So I mean, it just makes me sad. Like, that's ridiculous that you would expect grieving parents to like
have to include another person.
Have to include a child that they don't like. And also, that's like shitty.
You quickly got married,
right? Well, I don't care about that.
Well,
I don't care about that.
It's interesting. That's why I'm curious on why they divorced.
It's shitty to her children that they don't get to have their dad's family to themselves.
She's making it awkward to spend time with their grandparents.
Yeah. It's just, that's very manipulative and narcissistic, and yeah, that one's like way easier.
Yeah, that was kind of
like. Is there not like a short one? Like those stories? No, that took forever. I felt haggard by the time it was done.
We're at 47 minutes. You want to do one more?
Yeah. If there's a short, like not like.
This one looks like the shortest.
Okay.
Am I the asshole? My roommate's mom banged on my door when I had a guy over and said, "Shut the fuck up."
What?
Am I the asshole? My roommate's mom banged on my door when I had a guy over and said, "Shut the fuck up."
What is the roommate? Does the roommate's mom live with them?
We're gonna find out.
Hurry up.
Okay. I, a woman, 19, live in a college apartment with 3 other roommates.
Yeah.
The roommate who lives right next to me, also 19, had her mom stay the weekend with her in the room. Tonight I had a guy over and nothing crazy happened. Around 5 a.m. we started to fool around. The mom then bangs on my door and says, "Can y'all shut the fuck up?" Mind you, we aren't making much noise, and all we really are doing is making out, no sex. Also, in the past, when I've had company, I've asked my roommate if she could hear me and my guest, and she said that she can't hear us. So am I the asshole for having a guy over and making noise while our mom is staying over? Since a lot of people are commenting, yes, we were probably a tad bit louder than I originally thought, but there definitely wasn't any extreme moaning or super egregious sounds. No bed or wall shaking.
Okay.
I was mostly taken aback by how she approached me, but it's on me for making noise. From now on, I will definitely be more cautious.
I will say, like, because you have more experience about living with roommates than I do.
They're not the asshole.
I don't think she's an asshole, but also not to the mom, right? I do think if you're gonna have sex at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. at 19 years old in college, when you know most people are sleeping in, because it's probably the weekend, right?
Yeah, she stayed for the weekend. There's no way she have her mom over for.
You're the asshole to your roommates. That's what you are.
Don't bring your mom. That's not cool.
No, okay, no. I'm saying both of them are assholes. Both roommates. The one that brought the mom. The one that's having wild sex at 6 a.m.
They're not having sex.
Oh, okay.
They're kissing. I don't think they're. It's their room.
If it was loud enough.
No. Because unless it was the roommate who lives there, then it would be different.
No, I'm saying.
But it's the mom who doesn't live there.
If the roommate heard it, though, then you're the asshole.
She didn't say that. When she said, when she asked before.
Before. We don't know about this time. Yeah. This time she probably did hear it. I'm saying don't wake anybody up doing whatever the fuck you're doing.
Someone said she's not your mother and you're not a child.
Yeah, that's the main takeaway is you're adults.
You have every right to tell other adults to fuck off. Still my favorite thing about being an adult. These are comment threads. That and we can eat cake for breakfast if we want to.
Yeah.
Another comment. Or ice cream. Another comment. Why not both? Another comment. I've totally done that too. Another comment. She's not paying the rent. Tell her she's evicted.
Well, she's probably paying the child's rent. But the point is, like, that's wild. There is no way in hell I would do that. When you were in college, if I had went and stayed with you and I heard one of your roommates fucking or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All I would do is probably laugh about it with you, and I would probably make smart-ass remarks.
Yeah, like, I know you wouldn't. That's why I never want you there, because it'd be so uncomfortable.
I'd make that shit as awkward as possible, but I wouldn't.
You having trouble sleeping last night? Yeah. I heard moving around.
You should really have that looked at.
Yeah, your bed's a little squeaky.
Yeah, I would not bang on the door because you're adults. That's what adults do.
Someone said, as a parent to children who have been in college, if I showed up at my kid's place and they had sex with their significant other, I wouldn't ask them to knock it off unless there was actual screaming or violence. I don't make the rules there, and they are adults.
I just imagine come out and be like, it sounds like one of y'all got choked. Is that what y'all are into? Like, I don't understand why they did that. Hold on. I just remembered that I have an alarm that's going off soon. To remind me of you, Jax. But yeah, that's crazy. That mom's probably an uber Christian. Like, that's the only thing I can think. Like, they're super conservative. The only reason you would do that.
Yeah. The next one is this. By the way, I go to BYU.
What?
No. It'd be funny as hell. That would make it so funny.
Yeah. I don't know. People are crazy. Moms, man. I hate that we're ending it on really crappy moms.
Most of these are assholes. There's very few that are actually assholes. The one that was actually asshole. Oh my god. This one says, Emily asked over telling my mom I'll never forgive her if she fucks up my adoption.
What? Don't do it real fast. I'm very curious. Just remember Jax is starving while you do this. Continue.
Okay, I'll be quick. Okay, Emma asked over telling my mom I'll never forgive her if she fucks up my adoption. I've, a 14-year-old girl, been living with my aunt, my mom's sister.
Hey, I just want to say before you finish, I already just assumed she's not the asshole because it's the first chick that you've had.
No, the other one was a chick.
Oh, the one one we just did.
Yeah, she was a chick.
Yeah. Okay. See, so far, yeah.
I'm 14, living with my aunt, my mom's sister, since I was 8. It was originally because of an issue with her ex-boyfriend, and CPS placed me with my aunt. Then she used to say she couldn't handle 4 kids as a single mom, so I had to stay with my aunt. Then we just didn't talk for a few years. My aunt has been trying to adopt me for years. We're finally able to try to get my mom's parental rights terminated because she didn't speak to any of us or send money or anything for 4 years. I really like living with my aunt. On Tuesdays, we go out to eat. She says we take turns choosing the restaurant, but I get to choose almost every week. On Fridays, we order pizza and watch a movie and eat ice cream in our pajamas on the couch. When I started middle school, she started taking me to get my nails done with her, so now we do that every other Saturday, and at least once a month. Sometimes more during summers or school breaks. We get to visit her condo in the mountains. Jesus Christ. There's a little beach.
Yeah, I'd kill my mom if she fucked that up for me, too.
There's a little beach, and the past couple of years, she's been letting me hang out with my friends or alone by the beach or downtown or at the pool or wherever, as long as I keep my location on my phone and I'm home by the time it gets dark. After my mom noticed that her rights were going to be terminated, she got in contact with my aunt and started emailing my old email address saying she misses me and she wants to see me. She sent me pictures of her new family and she's sending my aunt money so she can say she's a part of my life and she's taking care of me. My aunt told me not to contact my mom yet and to let her take care of everything. I listened for a while, then my mom sent me a picture of a bed at her house with a bunch of shopping bags in it, and she said, "That's my bed, and she has presents for me, and she can't wait for me to come home." I emailed her back, and I told her that I don't want to live with her. I haven't seen her or talked to her for 4 years, and I don't even know who half the people in the pictures she sent me are. I also said that I really love living here, that if she fucks up my adoption, I'll never forgive her, and I'll never speak to her after I turn 18. My mom called my aunt crying about what I said, and my aunt got mad at me because she told me not to contact my mom. Now I'm wondering if I was the asshole for contacting my mom when I wasn't supposed to and being rude to her. Do you want to know what Reddit decided?
They're not the asshole.
No, they decided she's an asshole.
Why?
I need to look.
Because she doesn't want to be with.
Here's the top one, right? You're the asshole, but softly. Your aunt told you not to talk to your mom, not because the thing she's saying is correct, but because she doesn't want you to mess up the adoption process. You're a kid. You don't know what you're saying, and it's real easy to accidentally say something that messes it up legally. She spelled up wrong. Especially since it's over text. Every single little thing that is communicated is going to be heavily scrutinized by your mother's legal team.
Yeah.
More than that, if you talk to her, your mother's going to get super defensive and try harder to block this from happening. Okay. If you trust your aunt, bear it and listen to her. You're not a bad person, but you're not the one who's supposed to be in charge of what to do right now. Please let her get it through it all.
That's not making her an asshole, though. And I get that they said barely. No.
Someone said poor kiddo was a panic reaction.
Yeah, like that. You can't ask a 14-year-old whose frontal lobe is not fully developed to handle things in a crisis situation perfectly. It's just not going to happen. Their mother's the fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. It's great. You got your life together and you have a new family. I'm 14 years old and I'm in a place where I feel loved and I feel protected and clearly respected as well. Like,
the only thing I disagree with the aunt is I don't care if you have location services on your fucking child. Don't let her just go anywhere she wants as long as she's back by dark, bro. Well, she's 14.
Can you understand that was the rule for me when I was growing up and we didn't have location devices?
Yeah, I still think I disagree.
Granted, I didn't parent that way.
Well, I wouldn't be that way. Just
it's a different environment.
I know this is probably sexist, but I wouldn't be that way if I had a daughter. I don't think I would be that way if I have a man. But I mean, I wouldn't be that either way, right? But it's like especially if you have a daughter, because I know that it's more dangerous in America to be a woman.
I mean, okay, do you know why I was the way I was with you?
I'm black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
another reason. So
that's why I'd be the way both ways.
Yeah, for both of your children.
But okay, but I'm saying you got to combine it. Yeah. Both children of color. Then you go, oh, one's a woman of children of color.
Yeah. No, it's just also a different environment. It's a different environment. Like,
I mean, she sounds rich. They probably live in a gated community. If I'm being honest, that's probably what it is.
It is. What I'm saying though, at least she respects her. Like she has to be a guardian that respects her, values her, like loves her. Why would, as a mom, why would you want to take that away?
If she's being an asshole, she's being an asshole in the sense of the way that teenagers are an asshole because they're teenagers.
I still don't think she's being an asshole.
No, it's the same that she thinks she knows what to do, and she's ignorant. I guess maybe I don't know.
She's just reacting. She's scared.
Yeah, she's scared.
Like, and if anybody again is the asshole in this situation.
Also, she has a lot of resentment towards her mom. She probably can't control so I need to control what I'm feeling and just say anything. Yeah.
That's what she needs.
I'm surprised how rich your mom or aunt is. You're
right?
Not getting her
I don't know. As you're reading that, I was like,
I kept going like,
she what? Adopt a 46-year-old?
Condo in the mountains and there's a beach near there? What the fuck? Where do you live?
Right? You live in Lake Tahoe?
Where's I don't know where a condo in the mountains is.
I was gonna say Lake Tahoe.
I've never heard that sentence. Condo in the mountains.
Hey, I'm just saying, if that adoption gets messed up,
sounds like a
fanfic
title.
I'll take it. I come with you adopt me, you get him. Like it's a 2 for 1. That's all I'm saying. And I won't call anybody. So anyhow, I can hear Jack's out there whining. He's hungry. I should be hungry. I think I'm dehydrated because I can't cool down.
Actually, exact same.
All right.
I was trying to share sentiment. Also, are you rubbing your eye?
No, yeah, my eye is.
It's red.
It's watering and it's burning.
Oh, I've been going through that too. What's going on? It's my left eye too. I'm not joking.
Just like a man.
I'm trying to copy your style.
Have to do everything.
I watch it. I'll say it afterwards.
I'm having period pains too. Are you having that too? I'm not really though.
I mean, I'm getting. Is it Phantom period? Was it New Girl? Where you get if you live.
Okay, Winston.
Yeah, I'm experiencing it.
No, I'm just my eyes are really itchy. But I was outside, so like I get why.
You guys bleed eternally. That's crazy.
And we don't die.
Bleed eternally. That's a superpower. You know what? I think you guys should be grateful for it. Actually, you guys can bleed. That's pretty cool. If I bled, I would die.
I'm gonna make you bleed after this.
If I bled with my pee-pee, I would probably die.
Definitely. There's definitely something wrong. Anyhow.
You guys get to sit.
What?
You guys get to sit. Go in the restroom.
Men
don't get to. Actually, we don't have asses. It's a lie. There's nothing there. It doesn't work.
All right. I love you.
I love you.
So stupid.
Actually?
You know, what are you going to do for me for Mother's Day?
Why are you putting this on the love you.
To the back?
Podcast.
I hate you. Bye.